What's going on, people? This is just a quick update on Cardano ADA. Now, in my previous video, we were looking at our targets for our wave Y, and we were anticipating that the wave Y would sit anywhere between 74 cents and 76 cents. And as you can see, we ended up reaching those targets. And in actual fact, we ended up reaching those targets and reaching our bigger wave 2 target that we've been tracking over the last couple of weeks. Now, I still see there being more room to the downside. And so what I'll do is I'll break down the wave structure that I see forming along with our next price targets. And so first and foremost, I'll remove some of this now just to make the chart a little bit more clearer. Now, I anticipate this being an expanded flat. And typically in an expanded flat, the wave X will actually extend beyond the wave W origin, retracing anywhere between 1 and 1.236 of our wave W. So just to give you an idea of what that would look like. And so our wave X would typically sit anywhere within this region between 83 cents and 84 cents. However, as you can see, we ended up falling short. And there are rare cases where that can happen. And so I do anticipate that this is what's currently happening as things stand at the moment. And as for our wave Y, in an expanded flat, the wave Y will typically retrace anywhere between 1.236 and 1.618, as opposed to 1 and 1.236 in, say, for example, a zigzag pattern. And so, once again, just to give you an idea of what that would look like. So our wave Y target would sit anywhere between 1.236 and 1.618 in an expanded flat. And so anywhere between 74 cents and 72 cents. So anywhere within this region that we are currently in at the moment. Now within this wave pattern at the moment, in particular the wave Y, I see there being a three-wave move, with this being a WXY structure, like so. And within this wave W, we have a three-wave move once again. So we have another WXY pattern. And within this wave X, we have another three-wave move, like so. And as for this wave Y pattern, I see there being a five-wave move. And I see that this is a third wave, with that being a fourth wave, and we are currently in a fifth wave. And so, should that be the case, the wave 5 would typically retrace anywhere between that 1.236 level and 1.618 level. So within that 72-cent range. So within this range is where that wave 5 would typically sit. And so, yeah, as for our targets, you can see that it is currently sitting above the fair value gap, which is shaded in blue, sitting between 70 cents and 72 cents. And so it would be interesting to see if ADA will actually reach those fair value gaps, given that there is going to be a lot of buying opportunity and buying pressure within those ranges. And so, yeah, I do think it's a matter of time now before our wave 2 is confirmed, before we see, bigger moves to the upside, where we could potentially, start targeting out our wave 3. And so, yeah, as things stand at the moment, I do see that the bears have the momentum. We are just below the overbought region on our stochastic RSI. And so, I do anticipate there being more room to the downside. What will be also interesting is to see if the price of ADA actually breaches this region, sitting at 75.9. And what that could potentially signal is that the wave 4 isn't confirmed. And if that's the case, then our targets will actually go beyond our initial targets. So just to give you an idea of what that would look like. So at the moment, we anticipate that the wave 4 is sitting at 75 cents. Now, should it go even deeper, you can see that the wave 5 will actually go deeper too, sitting, within that 71-cent range. But yeah, only time will tell really. This is just me going through the chart of ADA as things stand at the moment. And so yeah, those are my next targets anyway, sitting within that 72-cent range, just sitting above the fair value gap. Now, in addition to that, you can see that the 50 EMA has crossed the 200 EMA, and that tends to signal a death cross, which is bearish. And in addition to that as well, smart money concept is indicating that there is a weak low. And so, yeah, the bears do have full control of the market as things stand at the moment. But I don't think that's something to be, worried about per se, given that I do think that this is a really good opportunity to be buying in and dollar cost averaging. And so, yeah, that's ADA on the hourly chart. Now, if I quickly move on over to the 4-hour chart. Now, on the 4-hour chart, we are bearish, given that we are below the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. Now, once again, we are within our wave 2 targets that we've been tracking over the last couple of weeks. And in addition to that, smart money concept is indicating that there is a weak low, sitting at 65 cents. But I don't anticipate us breaching past those targets, given that there is going to be a lot of buying opportunity and buying pressure sitting between that 65-cent level and 68, 69-cent level. And so, yeah, it will be interesting to see if ADA actually reaches those targets. Now, on our stochastic RSI, it is indicating that we are currently oversold, and so there is more room to the upside. Now, should that be the case, and we have, bottomed off our wave 2, it will be interesting to see if we start targeting out that 50 EMA level, and should we do so, will we, find resistance at that level and continue to push on down, or will we continue to push on up and potentially targeting out that 200 EMA level? And so if I move on over to the daily chart, now on the daily chart, we are sitting above the 200 EMA, which is a bullish thing. Now, it will be interesting to see if we retest or test out that 200 EMA level, which is currently sitting at 72 cents, which is what we were targeting on our hourly chart. And, what's also interesting is on the stochastic RSI, we are overbought, and so there is more room to the downside. And so, yeah, once again, that further confirms that the bears do have control of the market as things stand at the moment. And so, yeah, that's my latest update on Cardano ADA. I do think, once again, the bears have the momentum and there is more room to the downside. And I am targeting that 72-cent range, but we could go beyond as well, potentially reaching those fair value gaps, sitting between that 69-cent range and 72 cents. And so, yeah, that's my quick update on Cardano ADA. So, once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe if you're new, and feel free to like. Thank you, guys. Take it easy, people. Peace.